Vanessa Atienza-Hipolito is a business owner at Women's and Breast Imaging, a radiologist, co-author, triathlete, and empowered mompreneur. Her willingness to give back, eagerness to do good, and ability to persevere are just some of the many factors that make her the inspiring person that she is today.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of In Love with Me, where we feature inspiring individuals who will share their amazing stories. I am your host, Mafe Yunon Balasco, and for this series, our topic is owning your own craft. This season, we aim to highlight game changers who continuously own their craft and share their gifts with the world in hopes of making it a better place. So joining us today is a game changer, a beautiful woman in more ways than one. Let's welcome Dr. Vanessa Hipolito. Hi, Vanessa.
Hello, how are you, Mafe? How are you, everyone? Thanks for having me today.
I'm so great, and I'm happy that you're able to have at least a small portion of your day or your time, because I know you're such a busy woman. But I wanted to share with you with In Love with Me series community, and of course we are being viewed also on Kumu and also on LinkedIn and all the platforms here, because that's how I want to empower the world, right? So with having said that, I know there are a few people that may be excited to get to know who you are and meeting you for the first time. So maybe can you share a little bit of your background, who you are, and what you do?
Yes. I'm a Filipino doctor. I relocated 17 years ago from Manila to Western Australia, Perth, to study. And I'm also married to Glenn, who's another Filipino, and we've got 2 kids. I keep saying young kids. They're not young anymore. They're 14 and 11, and my 14-year-old is already towering. So I don't know why I keep saying young kids. Anyway, I specialized in radiology in the Philippines, but I subspecialized here in Australia. I did my fellowship training, and then 17 years later, now I'm for the past 7 years I've been a business owner of Women's Breast Imaging. Women's Breast Imaging is a diagnostic center looking after women's breast health. And it's a 42-year-old business that I've taken over 7 years ago. I'm also an Osmanpreneur winner. I don't know whether anyone has seen me last year. You interviewed me in one of your show. Osmanpreneur winner, making People's Choice Awards, making a difference in the local community, gold awardee, and a silver awardee in health and well-being. And also, I'm very fortunate to be your co-author in our new collaborative anthology book, Courage and Confidence. And also, not only that, I'm also a co-author of another book anthology. So both books were launched last week or 2 weeks ago during International Women's Day, International Women's Week. So I'm also on the sideline. I am a triathlete and a community advocate for Lady Bird Foundation, and I personally raise funds for Lady Bird Foundation, which is a locally based fundraising organization, nonprofit organization, raising funds for breast cancer research. And I personally raised funds when I finished my half Ironman in 2019, finished my full marathon in 2018, and recently I completed my first ever endurance open water swim, which is 3.8 kilometers. So,
If Vanessa can do it, guys, you can do it too. I've actually been telling myself after maybe my 6-year-old now, after I was going to give birth to him, that I was going to go do a marathon. So now that Vanessa has shared that she has done a half and a full, that might be my signal. Okay, you can still do it. Wow. You've done so much and you continue to inspire, just like what Nico's sharing here. So inspiring. So, I mean, I want to dabble on the different things that you're doing, right? First and foremost, you specialize in breast imaging and intervention, and at the same time, you're also very passionate about giving back. So, how has that journey been for you?
Well, I think because I was brought up in Manila and I'm brought up by my mom, who's very loving, and very grateful that she raised me up like this now. So ever since I was, in primary school, I've been active in the church choir. Actually, the whole family were active in the church choir. And since then, that has given me a lot of support and foundation towards to where I am now. So for the past 10 years, my husband, who's the choir master and the accompanist organist of our San Lorenzo Ruiz choir here in Perth. We've been serving for the past 10 years in that choir, and that's my giving back. And since then, ever since, I've been asking the question, how can I give more? How can I serve more? How can how can the Lord use me as an instrument of his love? And how can I use my gift and skills and talents to share?
Mm-hmm. I love that. I'm all about faith also, and I truly believe everything that we have was given because it's God's plans, right? And speaking of that, of course, you're also a successful business owner, and I'm pretty sure you've got a lot of priceless moments, memorable moments, and as even an award winner for the Osmompreneur, right? So, what are the one or two that stand out which you can share with us, and why were they memorable?
Memorable would be taking over this business. It's a huge honor to be in charge or be the leader of this boutique, unique niche business. The business was set up by Dr. Julian Frayne 42 years ago, where he was told that he will not succeed in this business of mammography. I think he was the first mammography business here in Western Australia. It's actually older than the National Breast Screening Program. And then when I started working here as a part-time radiologist or specialist, for a year I've been praying and manifesting that this will be mine in 1 year. And God gave it to me in 1 year, exactly 1 year. And it's an honor to be in that position, not only to continue the legacy of this business, but to continue caring and giving back to the community.
Mm-mm. So, what do you hope to gain with your movement and your advocacies?
So I'd like to reiterate, like what you said, health is your wealth. And I'm a huge advocate of preventive medicine. Knowledge is powerful, but having the knowledge and knowing that breast cancer is there and we are at risk, and whatever is in the marketing or in the advertisement or whatever, wherever we see in the advocacy group, knowing is not enough. Taking action is really what we need to do. And what I'd like people to know is I'm not only saving lives, but also I'd like to change the future of the women. So what I mean by that is I'd like women not to only know that we should always have our regular check, but to also start early, like what I said to you last year, start when you're 40, because we cannot avoid the risk of having the breast cancer. 1 in 7 Australian women would have the risk of breast cancer, but
Mm-hmm.
Um, we cannot prevent it from getting, but we can prevent women from dying and from
Yeah.
getting extensive treatment and costly treatment and long-term adverse effect from extensive treatment. And what I'd like
Right.
to really reiterate as well, that if we find cancer as small as a rosary bead, I don't know whether you can see
Mm-hmm.
it live. If we can
Mm-hmm.
detect breast cancer as small as this,
Yes.
before you can feel it or before a doctor can feel it, that is already stage 1 cancer. Your what's that called? Future or what's that called? I've got lost my flow. So your cancer survivorship is really great,
Yes.
close to 100%. So that's what I want to
Mm.
reiterate, and that's very important for me because it's heartbreaking for me to see women in their 50s or turning 50s who haven't had any baseline check from 40. So it's heartbreaking
Mm-hmm.
for me to see them not knowing that, oh, I could gone for a check when I was 40, or
Right.
even a 50 middle 50-year-old having advanced stage. So that's heartbreaking for me, and that's why
Mm-hmm.
I've got this mission to spread my message. And thank you for giving me the platform to spread my message.
Of course, it's all about sharing is caring, right? And I am just so in awe every time I hear Dr. Vanessa's story and her passions. And speaking of passions, we all want holistic healing. And I, for one, is very grateful for Kumu and the authentic connections that I am gaining there. So, Dr. Vanessa, let's take a look at this, and we'll be right back.
The social media world is a fast-paced international stage. But what if we told you there is one platform out there that puts Filipino voices first? That's right. Welcome to the community, the heart of the #1 Pinoy live streaming app, Kumu. With our users and members from across the globe, you can be assured that the community is a diverse, exciting collective championing Filipino culture, and we are thriving. What makes the community unique from all other social media communities? It's how we leverage innovative technologies to suit every Filipino's creative style, putting their voices first. Get in on the action with live streaming with our community. Learn from the best content creators where you watch the community stage, which hosts a variety of shows every single week. Too shy for the camera? No worries. We've got audio streaming for that. Don't want to do it alone? Easy. Have your barkada go live with you. Or maybe quick short videos are more your thing. We've got Kumu Clips for that. Looking for your online tribe? We've got a lot of teams here in the community. Within the community, you can be guaranteed that we keep things positive, authentic, and fun. With Kumu moderators all over the app, we keep our commitment to make this platform a safe space for all. It's why we've been dubbed the Disneyland of social media. We make Kumu the funnest, best place to be for all. Sama all talaga. Be part of the community. Tara na sa Kumu, where authentic connections happen.
And hello, everyone. Shout out to the ones who are tuned in on Kumu right now. As you can see, a proud Filipina right here who is empowering and inspiring everybody, globally, especially as an author. I want to say international author. And congratulations again with that, Vanessa. I mean, you know, fellow entrepreneurs, we always go through so many fun rides, right? It's like a roller coaster ride. You just don't know what to expect. So for you, what surprises you the most about being an entrepreneur?
What's the story? Repeat that again.
What surprises you about being an entrepreneur?
Oh, okay. So what surprises me is that didn't realize I need to be a leader. Of the whole team. And so it has been a learning journey, still
Yeah.
a learning curve for me, to learn how to become. I always ask the question, how can I be a better leader? How can I be a better doctor? How can I lead my team better so that they're not burned out? We will not be burned out. We're already busy, but I want them to have a happy environment, a very healthy environment, and I don't want them working in a toxic environment. So I'm always thinking, learning, developing myself, growing myself, so that I can lead them better, and they'll be happy team, happy clients, happy patients. So, and it all falls into place. So, and what I also learned, that as a business owner, not only like to be and learning how to be productive, and but also how to be able to perform well at work. And even though I'm tired at work, I can still go home to my family happy, not a grumpy mommy. So that's because I'm only human. I can still get tired.
Right.
So I'm still a work
Exactly.
in progress, trying to be a better parent and not to be a grumpy mommy.
That is the goal for all the fellow mommies out there. We understand. So speaking of that, there is a lot of young people that are tuned in, and also for me, I mean, that's the reason why I share a lot of my experiences. But for you, what would be your greatest advice, especially to young women or the youth that want to start their own business, that want to follow your footsteps, perhaps don't know where to begin? What would be your biggest advice for them?
Oh, I've got type five pieces of advices that I've, itemized here. But the number one, there's not one, but there's a lot. But in summary, it's the mindset. It's the growth
Yes.
mindset. Having a positive mindset, believing in yourself, and just trying having the paradigm shift of, instead you have the choice every day to, when you wake up in the morning, do you have a choice to be grumpy or to be happy, and to find your joy every day in everything you do. And when you make that choice to be happy, to be joyful, and just think of all the positive of whatever negative or challenges you encounter every day, your life will change. You can achieve
Yes.
anything.
Beautiful. And speaking of the book, perhaps maybe you can tell us a little bit about your favorite uh, tips there, or maybe a motto that you shared,
Oh
or a
yes, my
quote.
favorite quote is, define business. This is what my husband Glenn will tell me all the time, because there's a difference between being busy versus being
Yes.
productive. Because when I ask you, how are you? How was your week? And if you tell me, I've been so busy, or if not before,
Right.
the old Vanessa will tell you, I'm so toxic.
Yeah.
That was my favorite word even during med school. We so toxic, and the week was so flat out tired. So your energy will be also negative, right? But since I started changing my language to, how's your week or how's your day? I had a great day. I had a very productive week. It changes everything. It just means that you are grateful that you are busy, right? You're grateful that you are achieving a lot and producing a lot of, like, work. Mean busy productive at work means that it's good for your business, right?
Yes. The
So
power of
yeah.
words, right? An attitude of gratitude. Yes, I love that. I totally agree. And of course, Vanessa, our topic or our theme for this series is owning your craft. So for you, how important is it for someone to own their own craft?
Well, it's your own craft is your authentic you. If you are not owning your craft, then you're not going to be in alignment of your purpose. You like to wake up every day with a purpose filled life. You like to wake up every day excited with your spiritual assignment, like me sharing my skills, my gift, my knowledge, my talent to my community. to my family,
Yes.
to my
Yes.
friends, sharing my expertise to help others and be able to give back to my community and be a blessing to others. That's why it's very important to own your craft so that you're in alignment in everything you do. And if you're in alignment with everything you do, you're a happier version of yourself.
And that's the reason why you are such an inspiring woman of today. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for taking the time out on inspiring the world with me on In Love With Me series. So before we wrap up, before I say see you later, I do have a fun activity that I do with my guests. It's just a rapid question. So first thing that you think about, your first answer, just, share it. So popcorn questions, all right? So getting to know you more. First question is, what is your dream job when you were a little girl?
A doctor?
Well, there you go. Wow, manifestation. All right. So what is your hidden talent? If you have one.
Hidden talent. Oh, my hidden talent is not hidden because I love to sing. I told you that. I love
Oh.
to dance. So
Mm-hmm.
as a Filipino, I can admit that I'm a karaoke queen, and every time I
Yes.
karaoke party, I'll be singing, dancing queen, and I will survive.
You know what we do in the Philippines, right? You know what Filipinos ask when you say you're a singer? Sample.
Really?
So maybe I'll
But,
invite you on Kumu and then we'll have a concert
oh
there.
no.
Okay, so wait for that. All right, so describe yourself in 3 words.
I'm passionate, focused, and determined.
Yes. And what is your favorite color?
Obviously, my
Yes.
signature
Yes,
color. You know me,
I
you
love
see
it.
me all the time in
Of
pink.
course. Yes, yes, yes. I love it. And lastly, if you were a medical tool, what would you be?
A medical what?
Tool,
A
equipment,
medical.
or yeah, equipment. That would be another word for that. Tool.
That is a very strange question.
What's the first thing they think of in your mind? For all the things
Because
that
I'm
you
a breast
use.
radiologist, I've got 2 choices: whether I'll be a
Yeah.
mammogram, which is a torture, or an ultrasound, which is, acceptable. Then I'll just say I'm a breast ultrasound too.
That's it. I mean, hey guys, check it out. Dr. Vanessa is so amazing. Please, Vanessa, invite them where they can find you. Perhaps they want to get to know you more, even feature you in their own shows. Go ahead.
You can find me in my Instagram, Glamour Vang, or you can find me, Google me, Dr. Vanessa Women's Breast Imaging or just Breast Imaging. You'll find me. I've got also a Facebook page, Dr. Vanessa Atienza-Hipolito. LinkedIn, also there saying Dr. Vanessa Atienza-Hipolito, and I've got my own personal brand website, drvanessa.a.com.
Thank you again. Please, guys, reach out. Of course, even for just wanting to know and getting to know what Dr. Vanessa does. Like she shared, health is wealth. So it's always nice to have mentors that will guide your health and longevity. So with that being said, I have to thank amazing individuals, amazing team who behind In Love With Me series for our longevity, and our reinvention with the show. Of course, BUSA, Velasco Limited Skills Academy team, Mafia Management Consultancy, the production team behind our show, and it's been so amazing. Of course, the Parenting Emporium, all mommy needs, parenting needs, Novo for online education, XOS SAS by Yona, Signal, an amazing and give back for children, children merchandise, and of course, my favorite program that I am also part of as a facilitator, the Wellbeing Boost program, and Kumu, most especially Australia Kumu. Hello, guys. Kamusta? Thank you again for allowing us to be streaming on your platform. So we have reached the end of the show. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for all the things that you've shared today. And thank you so much, everyone, for showing support and joining us. Maraming salamat to all the viewers, again, who is tuned in all over the world. I hope that you are deeply inspired by Vanessa's journey, and it is continuing. So keep in tune with what else she has in store. And don't forget to follow our social media accounts and turn on the notification bell for the next show of In Love With Me. And once again, I am Mafe Yunam Velasco, reminding you that you should love and be proud of your own story to tell. And of course, actions speak louder than words. And thank you for tuning in this episode of In Love With Me. God bless everyone. Thank you, Vanessa.
Thank you. Congratulations, my fan, to your team. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching.